Facebook, now known as Meta, recently shocked the world when the company announced its plans for a metaverse. The company's chief executive, Mark Zuckerberg, gave a presentation where he emphasized the need for bringing people together and gave a glimpse of the metaverse, which is a virtual reality world that allows users to connect with others, choose their own avatars and hang out. To enter the metaverse, you need to simply put on a VR headset. However, to fully experience the metaverse, you need to be able to feel and interact with the virtual environment, which led Meta to develop the METAGLOVES. In this episode, we discuss the METAGLOVES, its technology, barriers to mass adoption and competition from other companies in the VR space. Meta has been working on this since it bought Oculus VR startup in 2014. Meta developed the one-finger single actuator in 2015 and has built on this technology to create these gloves. The METAGLOVES are haptic gloves that allow users feel objects in the metaverse. The front of the METAGLOVES is lined with 50 ridged and inflatable plastic pads, known as actuators. These pads are arranged to fit along the wearer's palm, the underside of their fingers, and their fingertips. The back of the glove is lined with small white markers and internal sensors. The white markers allow cameras track how the fingers move through the VR space, while the internal sensors captures how the user's fingers are bending. When you wear the METAGLOVE and enter the metaverse, a control system coordinates the activities of the actuators and creates pressures on different levels of your hand, such that if you touch an object in the metaverse, you feel it on your skin. When you grip a virtual item, the long actuators on the fingertip stiffen and create a sensation of resistance in the wearer's palm. These sensations working alongside visual and audio cues produce the feeling of physical touch. Let's do a deep dive into the technology behind the METAGLOVE. Actuators. To feel virtual objects, present VR technology uses a combination of tiny vibration motors that simulate touch. Usually the more vibration motors in a glove, the higher the sense of feel. Meta has not used traditional motors in their gloves. The company says traditional motors are too big, expensive and consume too much power to create the feeling of touch needed for their Meta gloves. Researchers at Meta were tasked with creating a new technology for these gloves, which led to the development of actuators. These researchers reviewed emerging technologies in soft materials and medical diagnostic devices to develop this tech. So far they have developed pneumatic actuators and electroactive actuators for the gloves. Pneumatic actuators use air to create force feedback, while electroactive actuators change shape and size in an electric field. To control these actuators, Meta claims to be building the world's first high-speed, microfluidic processor that controls air flow to the actuators. Haptic Rendering. Haptic rendering allows users to feel virtual objects in the metaverse. For the METAGLOVES to know which actuators to activate at any given time, accurate hand tracking and a system to interpret the shape, texture and stiffness of the virtual object are required. Researchers at Meta have designed haptic rendering algorithms that interface with the virtual object to send the correct instructions to the gloves. These algorithms, working with audio and visual signals, convince our brain to feel the object in our hands. Design. The finished METAGLOVES are to be soft and lightweight. Users would be able to use them to track hand movements and provide tactile feedback. People will be able to touch, feel and use virtual objects just like real objects. This product is not ready for the public, but we expect it in the near future. Simulated touch is not a completely new phenomenon. Simply combining a VR headset with a controller can make people feel like they are touching something, and many firms have worked on wearable technology that either track the user's hands or provide some haptic sensation. Meta is planning to release mass-market haptic gloves focused on the retail markets. Most haptic device manufacturers sell specialized products for industrial, academic or military purposes. Meta already produced the dominant consumer-oriented Quest VR system and is investing funds to make the metaverse a reality. Competition. Meta is not the only company developing VR gloves. Companies such as Haptex and Baptix are working to develop similar products for end users. Haptex is a computer hardware manufacturer located in Seattle. Last year, the company developed the DK2, which was the first true, contact haptics glove available for sale. The DK2 utilizes 130-point feedback from the wearer's hands and is targeted at research professionals. Haptex has welcomed the METAGLOVES, but claims some parts of the METAGLOVE is substantively identical to its own glove's pneumatic system that stimulates physical touch. The company is accusing Meta of patent infringement and may take the social media giant to court. Hopefully, this disagreement is settled amicably while we wait for a haptics glove for everyday users. Baptix is one of the world's leading innovator in full-body haptic solutions. The company is committed to bringing haptic technology to everyday life. At CES 2022, the company introduced the TactSuit X16 and X40, which are consumer-ready, full-body haptic suits that connect users with the metaverse using tactile feedback. The X40 enhances user experience by providing sophisticated haptic feedback using the 40 motors that are evenly distributed throughout the haptic vest. The X16 packs 16 of the same motors in the X40. The Baptix TactSuit X series comes with dual connectivity via Bluetooth and audio jack. The suits can be used outside the VR space. They work with game consoles and personal computers. The Tact suits are available for purchase on Baptix website. Baptix also recently released information on their Tact glove that will be launching in Q2 of 2022. The Tact gloves are built with 10 linear actuators placed at the fingertips that deliver a sense of touch when combined with the hand tracking capabilities of VR headsets like HoloLens 2. The Tact glove should activate and the user places his fingers on virtual surfaces, but is not expected to stop the user's fingers from passing through objects. The Tact glove is expected to come in 3 sizes, cost $299 and feature a washable liner. Barriers. There are still many barriers to producing a consumer-ready haptic METAGLOVE. The team at Meta wants to dramatically increase the number of actuators in the METAGLOVE, going from 50 to even thousands with a few years. At the moment, the METAGLOVES can allow users feel object contours, but not find distinctions between surfaces. You can pet a cat but cannot feel the texture of his body. To achieve this, you need high-density actuation, which is still a work in progress. The present METAGLOVES are bulky and not aesthetically appealing. The team at Meta is hoping to reduce the size of the gloves such that users can easily wear them for outdoor and indoor use. The end state is to create gloves that are light, wireless, and easy to use. To complicate things, haptic gloves need to fit precisely against the skin of the wearer, which could require designing differently fitting versions for each buyer. The team at Meta still have a lot of work to do, but end users are patiently waiting for a release date for the METAGLOVES. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel for more tech and business stories.